That'll do. Apologies in advance if the quality of this video isn't up to par. I simply don't have that much space to work with here with this giant box, and I've spent a bunch of time trying to make this look pretty, but this room's so small, this box is so big, and I have so much stuff going on because I'm kind of like in the process of, redoing my whole desk here, that I just said, whatever, we're just gonna roll with it, and I think everything will look fine. We'll be good. But today we're going to be unboxing the ASUS ProArt PA329C monitor, putting it together and doing a little first impressions review. So I guess before we get to opening this thing up, just give a little overview of the model. It is part of their ProArt display series, which is not a gaming monitor, even though this is going on a gaming channel. This is more of a professional grade monitor for content creation, grading, things like that. This is a 4K HDR compatible monitor, IPS for great viewing angles, covers 100% sRGB, Adobe RGB, and Rec 709, 98% DCI-P3, also does Rec 2020 support, and has a Delta E less than 2 straight out of the box. So again, great color accuracy here for when you're doing color critical work. This also comes with ASUS color management profiles on board for color calibration. So your color calibrated data will be stored within the monitor itself rather than on your computer. So you don't have to do workarounds with just color management settings and stuff, which I just had experience with this monitor back here that I unboxed. I don't know when it would have gone up on this channel before. But that was kind of a nightmare. So I'm actually glad to hear, and I hope that actually works because that's a great feature. Also has a USB-C support, full stand and tilt and everything like that. And one last thing, just for documentation in case I need it in the future. When this box did arrive, the top seal was completely sealed, untouched, but the bottom seal was broke on both sides of the box. So just want to throw that out there in case I need that later on. So we'll take some skizzers here, crack that open, and crack this up. And again, sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a weird unboxing because again, we don't have that much space to work with. That's some tough tape right there. How the hell are we gonna do this? All right, I'm not gonna be able to tilt this, so I'm probably gonna have to get some B-roll somehow during this. But when we first open the box, you can see on the side panel, it shows you that you're supposed to take out the panel first, then attach the stand. We have the ASUS manual as well as the color calibration testing report straight out of the factory, which is great for reference. Above that, we have the cables it comes with, an HDMI cable, as well as a DisplayPort cable, as well as a USB-C cable, which is nice to have. On the top of the box is even more cables. We have a USB-C to USB 3.0, as well as the power supply. And then in the middle, we have the stand, and it looks like the display itself is under the first packaging of styrofoam. So all those cables are behind me here. Let's go ahead and try to take off, this room's already messed. We're gonna throw stuff all over the place. Take out the stand, which actually pretty hefty. I'm gonna set that on the floor for now. So what I'm going to do is put this box on there and then lift the display up and put it on the desk, because that seems like the best way to go about this. Woo-wee! Oh boy, that is a hefty monitor. Good God. We're gonna get situated here. Bear with me. The best next logical part is to actually put the stand on, and then we can stand the monitor up right next to me and then talk about it then. By the way, some of you may like the sweatshirt I'm wearing. I have a link for it down below in the description. It's from Into the AM, who I am partnered with. They sell a bunch of cool, comfy clothes like this, graphic tees and stuff. So if you wanna check it out, it helps support the channel. Just throw that there for now. All right. All right, bam, we're on. So all you do, you lift it up, you put it on there. There's little 2 prongs in the back, which I hope you saw, and then it just clicks right in and you're all good and secure. So, whew, there's our monitor. Let me make sure this is in frame and everything is looking decent. Okay, yeah, we're good. Look at her, she's beautiful. So there you have it, confirmed. ASUS PA329C ProArt monitor. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier. 32-inch 4K 60 Hertz monitor. Great color accuracy. The stand itself, I'm going to be mounting this on an arm on my desk, but the stand does swivel. Wow, it's actually a lot more swivel than I thought it would be. It's like a freaking 45 degrees right there. 45, 30 degrees or so swivel, which is pretty nice. I believe this booms down. Yep. So we boom down, boom up, and then we have tilt as well. Let's get the full range of motion. So not much downwards tilt. That's like 10 degrees maybe, but it does go up a pretty decent amount. And then I'm glad I double checked this. And then lastly, it goes 90 degrees clockwise as well, but it only goes clockwise. It does not go the other way. So keep that in mind, I guess, if you're looking at this. One last thing about the stand, there is a button on the back that will unhook it from the stand itself so you can take it off easily. So it is nice and secure and pretty easy to install off the bat. As for I/O, going from left to right, we have the power switch as well as the power plug. We have not one, not two, but 3 HDMI ports, 1 display port. You got 1 USB 2.0, 1 USB-C, and 2 USB 3.0 ports, and lastly, 1 headphone jack. There also is a Kensington lock, and the back has 6 different buttons and a joystick that we will be going over what those do when we plug this thing in. Ho, that's not all, folks. I just discovered there's an additional 3 USB 3.0 slots on the left-hand side of the monitor as well. So lots of freaking USB ports on this. That's beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen that many ports on a monitor before. That's absolutely insane. So now, my friends, comes the moment of truth. Time to turn it on and hope to God there's no dead pixels, because this was a hassle to get, and if there's dead pixels, I'm going to cry. I gotta say, straight off the bat, one, you got a hard light source coming down right here, and there's like barely any glare. You got a soft one over there, which is very impressive, and this color looks, actually this image, not just the color, this is looking very, very good. Especially the Windows icons don't look oversaturated. My background doesn't look oversaturated. Levels look good. This is pretty good to go straight off the box. I'm sure it's going to need some calibration, which we're going to do, not in this video, but later on. But straight off the box, that looks very, very impressive. Much better than the VG27AQ L1A, which was a gaming monitor, which that one has a pretty decent color coverage, but nothing like this. And it wasn't calibrated to these standards. So that's great. All right, we're hard cutting to some voiceover review. I warned you up front, this video may be all over the place, but I've been using this monitor for actually 3 weeks now. I unboxed this a while ago. And I'm going to do a recap of my first impressions I originally was saying in this closing of this video, and then give you some more insight after I've been using it daily for a couple weeks. So the buttons on the back from bottom to top, you have a power button, 2 user shortcut buttons, which are customizable, although they do default to blue light and brightness. There's an HDR button, an input select, a universal close button, and then the joystick, which you can click to access the menu, and then move up, down, left, and right to navigate. The profiles this comes with are standard, sRGB, Adobe RGB, DCI-P3, DICOM, Rec 709, Rec 2020, and then there are user modes 1 and 2. So a bunch of variation that you can customize, although the 2 user modes are the ones that you have complete control over. And there are a ton of controls across all the different modes. You have standard, brightness, saturation, contrast, even color temperature, and then there are 5 gamma settings you can choose from, and then if you go into advanced, there's 6-axis hue and saturation and gain control for RGB, CMY. You can get into the nitty-gritty and customize stuff like that with this monitor. There are also the 5 different inputs you can select too, which are great if you have multiple sources coming into the monitor and you're switching between different profiles. Then the 2 surprises I found with this monitor is it does come with adaptive sync built into the monitor, which is a nice surprise if you plan on gaming on this, which I have a couple thoughts on in a little bit. And this also comes with dynamic dimming it to deepen your black levels and make more contrast. However, the other ASUS monitor I've referenced in this video, the VG27AQ L1A that I unboxed a couple weeks ago on this channel, that monitor, when you turn dynamic dimming on, it didn't have much of that glow in the high contrast area. Although you can see with this monitor, the glow is noticeable when you're anywhere but the middle of the screen. If you're looking at a black screen, it's much more prevalent on the bottom half and the corners of the screen as well. To my surprise though, you don't notice the glow during normal use when you're looking at, normal graphics or YouTube or whatever. And when you're switching dynamic dimming on and off, it looks like it barely affects the black levels when you're looking at a normal image, in my opinion. Even on like a plain black screen, there wasn't that big of a difference in your black levels. So I'm not sure if it's a useful feature to have on or not, but it's something you'll notice if you have a black screen on, or maybe if you're working with a dark scene. And it's just something to be aware of if you do pick up this monitor. This monitor also has 3-watt speakers, which sound pretty decent, and there also is a picture-in-picture feature available for certain modes, which could be handy. Now, additional thoughts after using this for a couple weeks. This is a gaming channel primarily, so if you are looking at this for gaming or want to consider it for gaming, gaming is doable on this, but I wouldn't recommend getting this specifically for gaming or for like, Series X 4K HDR, anything like that. This is for color critical work, but gaming is doable on it. I haven't tried HDR gaming on this, but I've tried, some 4K 60 Overwatch and other games on the PC. Definitely playable. Response times could be an issue in some situations, but overall, you definitely can do some gaming on this. But this is just a beautiful display. I really love it. It's sharp. It's color accurate. Out of the box, the profiles offer a lot, and the onboard color calibration, which is really what I want to talk about while doing this voiceover, was very straightforward and easy. I don't have footage of it, and I'm too lazy to record it at this point, but you simply download some software from ASUS's website and then launch it, and then you'll connect your colorimeter to the monitor, and then connect the monitor to your computer with that USB-C or USB-C to A cable that they provide. Then you just dial in your settings on the software, what you want your luminance values to be, your color temperature, gamma, color space, all those different settings. You just dial those in and then let it do its thing. It doesn't take that long to do. When it's done, you can name and save your color calibration in the 2 user modes that are available on the monitor. And I ended up calibrating for Rec 709 Gamma 2.2 and 2.4 for right now. And then I assign those to those 2 shortcut buttons that are on the back, so I can swap between the 2 very easily. It's a very handy feature, and I found when I did go in and calibrate, I did even get those delta E's even lower, and the monitor did look a little bit more accurate compared to the standard out of the box, or even the sRGB mode on this monitor, straight from the factory, of course. So overall, these past 2-3 weeks, I've been loving the monitor. If your budget allows, it offers a lot for the price. If you are a professional in the industry, I can't really tell you how it compares to a properly set up reference monitor with a deck link or expensive displays, anything like that. But I can say that having the onboard calibration is definitely one less step in the pipeline, and you don't have to deal with ICC profiles, which I was dealing with my other monitor, and that was just a nightmare to deal with. But a lot of the work I've done looks great. I trust the monitor. From my understanding, I can throw on a deck link card, and this monitor offers pretty much the same as monitors that cost thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars more. So if you're on a budget, this is a great monitor to consider. But I could ramble on forever, so we're going to end it here. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and turning on that bell notification. Again, links down below in the description if you'd like to help support my channel, including the Into the AM hoodie link. My name is Cinderskate. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.